Let's work on math 24.3, page 511 and 512. This page is called Subtract Tens and Ones. So this time we'll be doing subtraction with a 2-digit number, subtracting a 1-digit number. And something that's important is that they've actually drawn the tens and the ones blocks to help us as we do that. But one thing we do need to keep in mind that's different than addition and subtraction is that the addition ones, we added on more cubes, but because it's subtraction, we will cross out. Let me show you one example problem as an example. Here's my example. 47 minus 5. 47 is a 2-digit number. I have an amount in my tens column and my ones column. 5 is a 1-digit number because it only has a number in the ones column. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw out the cubes that we need for 47. 47, we have 4 groups of tens, so I'm going to draw 4 of those. And 7 in my ones column, so I'm going to draw 7 ones cubes. Great. So I have 47. Now I'm going to subtract 5. If I'm subtracting, I will not draw 5 more. Instead, I will go to my ones and I will cross off 5 because I'm subtracting, I am taking them away. So I'm going to go over to my ones column and I'm going to cross off 5. Go ahead and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how much we have left in each column. If I start here in my ones column, how many ones cubes do I have left? 1, 2. I only have 2 remaining. I'm going to write 2 underneath the 7 minus 5 in my ones column. Now I'm going to look at my tens. I had 4 groups of tens at the start. And I didn't subtract anything. So how many tens do I still have? 4. 47 minus 5 is equal to 42. You can actually do this in your head as well. For example, put 47 in your head, hold up 5 fingers. So we count down. We go 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42. 42, just like we did here. Let's go ahead and look back on our page. Here's an example that they've done for us at the top of the page. It says start. We have 39 minus 7. 39, they show this 3 groups of tens. So we have 1, 2, 3. The 9 is 9 ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. We're going to subtract 7 of those ones though. So we're going to go to our next part. They show us 7 of the ones need to take away or cross out. So they've crossed out 7 of the ones. How many are still left? 2. So now that we've looked at our ones column, we also need to look at our tens column. So we had 3 tens at the start. We didn't take away any of the tens, so we still have 3 of them, meaning 39 minus 7 is equal to 32. Let's go ahead and do an example here on the bottom of this page together. We're going to use this work mat and the pictures of the cubes to help us out. And one key instruction is next when it says cross out. Cross out is what we're going to do. We're not going to draw more like we did last chapter. Subtraction we take away, and we show that by crossing out. So 45 minus 2. 45 has 4 groups of tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. So we have 45. we're going to subtract 2 of those ones. So we need to go to our ones column and cross out 2 of them. Go ahead and cross out 2. Okay, now we need to figure out how many are left, how many still remaining. Look at your ones column. How many ones do we still have? 1, 2, 3. We still have 3, so we're going to write a 3 in our ones column. And if we look at our tens, we started off with 4 groups of tens and we subtracted nothing. So how many groups of tens do we still have? We still have 4. Which means 45 minus 2 is equal to 43. 43. You can also do this in your head. For example, 45 would go in your head, hold up 2 fingers, and you count down. 45, 44, 43. That's exactly what we got right here. Okay, let's do another one together. 26 minus 5. Okay, 26 is 2 groups of 10s, so we have 2 groups of 10s, and 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 26. Now we need to subtract 5. So we're going to cross out 5 ones. Go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many ones do you still have? 1. You have just 1 ones cubed. Okay, and looking at our tens, we started off with 2 groups of tens and we subtracted nothing. So how many groups of tens do you still have? 2. 26 minus 5 is equal to 21. And again, we can try that with mental math with our fingers as well. 26 goes in our head, 5 is our hand. High five. So good. Okay, so counting down, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 21, just like we got right here. Okay, if you need to pause here, you can do that to do your writing on your page. And when you're ready, let's turn and do the next side. Okay, these problems work just like the front ones did. So I'm going to let you go ahead and complete 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Remember to do your crossing out to help you. And then what we're going to do now is work on 5 and 6 together. So if you want to, you can pause here, complete 1 through 4, and then meet back to start with number 5. Number 5 says, write the problem, solve. Here they have given us an example only by showing the cubes. We need to do the counting, write the digits, the numbers, and find the difference, which is the answer. So let's take a look together first. Starting with our groups of tens. How many groups of tens do you count? There are 2 groups of tens, so we're going to write that in our tens column. Remember, the tens and then the ones column, okay? I'm going to put my 2 in the tens column. I'm going to count all the ones, meaning even if it shows that it's crossed out, I started with that amount and then I took them away. So I need to count all of them, even with the X's. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 ones at the start. So I'm going to put that 9 at the top of my ones column, meaning at the start I had 29 cubes altogether. But then we did some subtracting. So take a look. How many are crossed out in the ones cubes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are crossed out. Now here's what's really important. We need to make sure that we're subtracting 7 ones. Do you put the 7 in the box underneath the 2 or in the box underneath the 9? You should put it in the box underneath the 9 because that's our ones column. So we need to show our ones in the ones column. So we're going to write our 7 here. Okay, now we need to go ahead and see what our subtraction left us with. Let's take a look. How many ones cubes are remaining? There are 2 ones cubes. We're going to write that 2 in the ones column at the very bottom now. And if we look here at our tens, we started with 2 tens, and none of them were taken away. So how many tens do we still have? 2. So 29 minus 7 is equal to 22. Again, you could show that with your fingers, practicing in your head as well. Put 29 in your head, holding up 7 fingers, and we count down. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. That's the same thing. Okay, I'm going to let you try number 6 on your own. Remember, line up the numbers for tens in the tens column. Line up your numbers for your ones in your ones column. And at the very beginning, even if the cube is crossed out, you still need to count it because you had it at the start before it was taken away. Go ahead, try it on your own. I know you can do it.